On a moonlit night in solo leveling, Christopher Reid wakes from his slumber. Equipping his PJs, he walks around his mansion curious as to why it's completely silent. Putting his hand on a glass of wine, he knocks it over, causing it to shatter on the floor. This makes Christopher disquiet, as there's still no noise even after dropping a glass on the floor. Questioning what's going on, he stands atop his stairs broadcasting, "Who's there?" Thinking back to what the deputy director said, Chris wonders if this is what they predicted would happen. Suddenly a man appears and turns to the hunter. At the same time, two more appear behind him, prompting him to question who they are. Talking to the fragment of the brilliant light, the blonde one says that he won't be able to save anything if he keeps fighting while trying to save the humans. Realizing it's monster tongue, Chris questions what the hell the man is saying. However, he shushes Chris, telling him he's talking to the man up there, threatening that he's not just some pushover. Christopher morphs, turning into a flaming monster and saying he's taking at least one of them down with him. The monarchs are surprised that a mere human could use spiritual body manifestation. Attacking and telling the monsters to die, Christopher blows up his mansion. Jin looks out his car window at over 100,000 people who've all gathered to see him off in Japan. Telling him the people are paying their respects to Jin, Baru advises him to raise his hand out the window in acknowledgement. A clear blue sky later. Jin asks what the chances are of him being coincidentally seated next to someone he knows on a plane. Hoping he's not going to claim it's a coincidence, the man tells him it'd be nice of him to think that, but that'd be pushing it. Greeting Adam White once more, the agent is surprised Jin remembers and calls it an honor to meet again. Smirking, Jin thinks that it was Baru who told him the agent's name. Jin makes it known the deal was called off. Aware he's stepping out of bounds, he tells Jin that he has an urgent matter to discuss. Jin asks if the U.S. also failed to stop the S-rank gate, but Adam quickly dismisses it, saying it's been taken care of without any problems. Flipping open his laptop, Adam asks Jin to take a look at firefighters struggling to put out a fire. Jin asks what the video is, and Adam advises him to watch the video until the end. He explains that the man who started the fire was Christopher Reid, one of their national authority hunters. 1,800 firefighters and 14 top-level mage-type hunters were mobilized to put out his flame. Noting that for the fire to be this intense, there must have been a fight. Jin asks if Christopher Reid is no longer in the land of the living. Adam confirms, saying they couldn't believe it either, but he was already dead when they found him. Reaching into his pocket, he shows a photo of the man the Hunters Bureau thinks is responsible. Suddenly, the agent is lifted into the air as Jin uses his ruler's authority to squeeze him and destroy the laptop. Furiously, Jin tells the man that if this is some kind of joke, he's not getting out of here alive. Other agents get up, but Adam tells them to stop. Strained, he explains that the man in the picture came out of a dungeon and may not be the person Jin thinks he is. The magical energy he emitted matched that of a monster's, and he attacked their S-rank hunters without warning. He asks Jin if he remembers the explosion incident that happened a while ago at the Hunter Bureau's HQ, the one that was on the news globally. Asking if he's saying Jin's father is behind it, Jin taps his finger, releasing the agent. Adam tells Jin that after he beat down their hunters, he disappeared, after which the Bureau searched for him, but there was no trace of him. Understanding Jin Woo, Mr. White tells him that the fact of the matter is his profile suggests he's the most likely culprit for this. Jin asks why the agent showed him the photo in the first place, to which Adam responds the International Guild Conference. In this year's conference, where the representatives of the world's leading guilds will gather, the American Hunter Bureau intends to issue a red notice for the man. In other words, the investigation will no longer be kept a secret.